All right, here's the thing. If I forget. So yesterday, right, I told you guys that how they use Pam to target me in a specific way. You know, particularly when they're trying to get me to drop my guards around her. So normally she wouldn't even call me, right? Normally she wouldn't even have to say, hey, how you doing, what have you. Usually if even when the kids don't go to school, I'll hear from her at about 2, 3 o'clock to let me know that the kids stayed home, right? That's the thing. So, there are days I talk about how, like she will do certain things to let me know that she knows I'm being taught. She does, and how she will use that to her advantage in some way. Like I particularly talk about whenever she goes on dates or what have you, how she behaves towards me in a very negative manner, right? And speaking to me in a very condescending way. And then I guess after, look, at her age, just like the rest of these so-called modern women, the older they get, they still have that mindset that they're in their 20s, so they're dating as if they're in their 20s, right? And basically what they're doing is just racking up body counts, meaning that, they're just sleeping with all these guys that they did, hoping that, that their sex is good enough that he'll stick around, right? In most instances, they don't. You're older, you have kids. On top of that, you have all these illnesses, so it's a lot. But because they've been disconnected from the reality, they just don't get it. So to me, it always seems like whenever her I guess her options run dry, she'll call me, yeah, I'll call you back, and she'll actually call back. Whereas normally she wouldn't. But then I know what comes next. Because I study the patterns, and I keep telling her all the time. I said, I know your patterns, so I don't know why you keep doing it. I keep telling this. So then this morning I spoke to her. I called her to let her know that I'm leaving the house in half an hour, what have you. And then, she started doing the whole sniffling thing, right? The whole that. Now yesterday, I was telling the chap from California, I said, yeah, the other night, I sent her a text. I said, look, they're using Asian people now. And I said to her, yeah, I said, but I know what it is that they're trying to do. And she texted me back, she's like, yeah, they're trying to cause distress between me and you. And I said, yeah. But I was speaking to her, not yesterday, the Thursday night, this was Friday, Thursday night. And she started to sound really, really annoyed. And I noticed that they were manipulating her, or manipulating me to get her annoyed. So I just said to her, I said, you know what? I said, this is what I need you to do. I said, if you think I'm, instead of speaking to you, I'm sounding like I'm trying to teach to you, just let me know. Just call it out, right? Because I may not be aware of it. And that way I'll know to reshift or readjust what it is that I'm saying so that it doesn't come out that way, right? And that's the one thing that, like I said, I can appreciate with her. Though sometimes she will get upset and start cursing, but it's because she has PTSD, right? She always sticking out there, look at her sticking her tongue out. Yeah, it's funny how again, the attempt to silence you, right? So the attempt to silence you is based off of trying to make you believe by speaking and exposing what it is that they're doing, that, like I said, that you're guilty of whatever it is they say or what have you. But understand this, it's a way of them trying to manipulate you into becoming silent, right? Understand that, okay? And they haven't fooled me about that yet, but I still continue, because you know why? I know for a fact that, particularly when it comes to cults, particularly when it comes to organizations like criminal organizations like the police department, which I call the predator departments, that is that is how they retaliate, right? See, when they want to get away with the things that they're getting away with, violation of human rights, the brutality of their actions towards particularly black people, killing unarmed black men and women, coming into the community that we live in and using our bodies, our money as resources, right, for profit. So whether it be within the judicial system, whether it be in the I should say the judicial system, but the administrative system in the judicial system, such as, I'll give you an example. So again, New York had to settle a $75 million judgment because police officers were just ticketing black people disproportionately for no reason. They were giving them tickets for no reason. So again, stealing from our pockets, right? And using law enforcement as a tool to extort money from us. Okay? Then on top of that, they had settled another, I think it was like $150 million because of the Black Lives Matter protests, in which they were treating the protesters like they were cattle. They were basically rounding them up and corralling them up as if they were livestock. So again, I talk about living in New York City, but we see this all across the police department in America, right? And again, they have a retaliatory mindset. Even within their own department, when fellow officers speak out against some of their policies that violate the rights of the citizens, those officers are targeted also, right? Once you understand that history, then you will know that they will do whatever it is to cover up their crimes, right? And like I said, they are the police department across America are a federal authorized gang, operating in a criminal organization, within a criminal organization. That's what they are. Okay? That's what they are. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys next week.